Right now at 7, we've been tracking severe weather for hours now, and there are still strong storms moving through the area. Here's a live look outside where we're seeing problems across most of our area, mainly caused by downed trees. Thank you for joining us. I'm Fred Shropshire. A line of storms produced dangerous conditions, including a tornado warning in some areas. The storm's now threatening New Jersey. Here's a look at some of the damage we've spotted. We're talking about a house fire, toppled trees blocking roads, thousands without power, and slick roads out there. For the very latest outside, let's bring in NBC 10 First Alert meteorologist Brittany Schiff. Brittany.
Yes, it's been an incredibly active last about 2 to 3 hours, and right now we still have our severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 9 p.m. where you see the bright yellow boxes here. These are severe thunderstorm warnings, and at one point we had 8 or 9 at the same time as a severe line rolled through. Now we just have one, and it is closer to Cape May. The cells technically are just to the north of Sussex County and Rehoboth Beach, crossing over into parts of Cape May. So it's still going to take a little while, but these are moving quickly at about 40 miles per hour. If you're in Cape May, 716 for you, 718 for the Cape May courthouse, and then 721 closer to Wildwood. You'll probably see some heavy downpours. You'll hear the thunder roll as well. And as we look at our radar shot, we are still seeing steady rain over the Philadelphia region. Same thing for Westchester down towards Wilmington here. You can already see the clearing edge there. So we're just about done with this system. But first, we have to get through some of those heavier downpours that are still tracking through the region. We also want to show you a few of our storm reports that are starting to come in. Each icon you see is a report of either damage or a very strong thunderstorm wind gust. This one we want to show you, this was out of Ballackinwood. Part of the roof blew off of a building, damaging cars in the parking lot. That happened at 5:30. We have another one where one of our reporters, Lily, was live, Westtown, and you can see Route 202 southbound vicinity of Skills Boulevard is completely blocked due to trees and wires down. That was our concern. Even with severe thunderstorm warnings, it doesn't even have to be a tornado warning. We could be dealing with damage to trees, power lines, and to homes, and that's exactly what we're seeing. Looks like the National Weather Service canceled the heat advisory a little early, about an hour early. And this is due to the dramatic difference in our temperatures. After these strong thunderstorms roll through, they can drop our temperatures up to 20 degrees. And that's exactly what we're seeing. Before the storm started, we had temperatures in the 90s. Now we're in the 70s, 72 degrees in Philadelphia. We're at 72 in Millville. Wildwood's still in the upper 70s. Atlantic City, same thing. But places like Rehoboth Beach that haven't seen a whole lot of rain, 91 degrees still. So pretty impressive. Our feels like temperatures are going to be similar, all in the 70s now because of the rain that moved through. Hour by hour forecast for the rest of tonight. You do have a chance of isolated showers, so your 9 o'clock hour. But those really strong, severe thunderstorms we saw earlier, those are basically done. Looking ahead to what we can expect heading into tomorrow here, you have a break from the heat. Temperatures will be staying in the mid 80s, right around 84 degrees, and we'll see a round of sunshine. Our temperatures will also drop a bit, and so will the humidity. We will talk more about our first alert that's going to stay in effect until 9 p.m. coming up in just a bit. Fred.
Okay, Brittany, thanks. And the storms may have caused a house fire in Chester County. That is where we find NBC 10's Lily Zhang. Lily?
Fred, good evening to you. We are in Westtown Township. This is off of Westbourne Road. I'm going to try to get you guys a little closer here, as close as we can without getting in these crews' way. We are told that they responded here around 6 o'clock this evening. They found this home in flames, as well as some smoke here. Speaking with a spokesperson for Westchester Fire and Police, he says it does appear that this was weather related, but it is unclear whether that means lightning had to do with it. He also says it's unclear exactly where in this home that first caught fire. He does say that when crews arrived, it does not appear that anybody was home at the time, so that is some good news that we're hearing out here. No injuries to report. We are told that right now, of course, this is all still under investigation. You can still see out here that crews do remain out here, that there are a number of crews working right now, but this does right now appear to be contained. He says it took a little under 20 minutes or so to contain tonight, but still lots of work ahead as they assess this damage. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Lily Zhang reporting live for us. Thank you. Trees down and causing trouble across our area. We start in Montgomery County, where a tree fell on a car with a family inside. NBC 10's Deanna Durante has an update from Bluebell.
As another set of storms starts to roll through this section of Montgomery County, you can see the cleanup Starting here, we're at Wentz and Jolly Road in Whitpain Township, just on the other side of the Northeast Extension. The Chang family driving to go visit their grandparents. Stephen Chang in his car with his 2 young children. He says before the storm even rolled through, just after 5 o'clock, first one branch came down, then another. Remarkably, he and his children out safely.
It actually happened before the rain started. Just a gust of wind blew and it knocked it over. So it wasn't even, the storm wasn't even here yet. Lucky and unlucky. Would have preferred it didn't happen, but everybody's okay, so.
Dozens of calls are being called in to the Montgomery County 911 center as we speak, and earlier from the storms. We've had reports of trees, debris in roads, as well as pole fires. Some police departments, Lansdale specifically, having trouble with their phone system, and also reminding you with a widespread power outage now in this section of the county. If your power goes out, do not call 911. Instead, call your power provider. Again, scenes like these are taking place not just here in Montgomery County, but across the region. So if you're out in this, or you know people who are out in this, just give them some time until this cleanup can happen. In Whitpain Township, Deanna Durante, NBC 10 News.
Let's turn now to NBC 10's Aaron Baskerville. He is on Kelly Drive for us. Cars having to make a new path to drive around a tree is causing a lot of frustration for drivers out there, Aaron.
Fred, a hot mess. I can tell you that right away. We're on Kelly Drive, like you said. We're kind of near Girard to give people some perspective. But look over there. That's just what people have been seeing across the area. You can see that there's a large tree branch down right there. Thankfully, that's not fallen on anything, but that's just an example of what you've been seeing down the road down there. Just within the last 10 minutes or so, they have blocked this area off. So you can see they're redirecting traffic up the road there. I'm told that traffic is backed up on Kelly Drive for 2 miles or so. So just an absolute nightmare. This is what was causing the issue right behind me here. You can see this large tree right here blocking at least 3/4 of Kelly Drive here. I can tell you that folks, at least 2 joggers came here. They were strong and they were pulling and yanking on the tree branches here, trying to help, trying to be good Samaritans and trying to get that tree out of the middle of the road. But of course, they had no luck. We do have some video we want to go to of just a little while ago, just to kind of show you some of the traffic nightmare and chaos that was out here. As you can see, folks were going onto the sidewalk and going up Kelly Drive, trying to avoid the tree that was here. I mean, there were cars after cars after cars. We're talking hundreds of cars that were making their way through this area. Police were out here for a little while as well. They were removing some of the branches from the middle of the road and bringing them to the side. We had a chance to talk to some drivers about what they were going through. Here's what they told us.
Very bad. There's a lot of down trees everywhere.
What about the traffic back there?
The traffic is backed up for miles.
There's a ton of trees. There's cops lined up where all the trees are down. There's probably like 15 down.
So you just heard a little bit there of some of the stuff that drivers are experiencing, but who knows how long that this large tree branch will be blocking the road here. There are police at both ends of Kelly Drive right now trying to help direct and redirect cars, but you can see some cars are still getting through, but they're not going to be able to get past that road down there because that's where police have it blocked off. Of course, we're going to continue on our journeys throughout tonight. We'll have full updates and a recap tonight at 11 o'clock. But for now, we are live on Kelly Drive. Aaron Baskerville, NBC 10 News.
Just a mess out there. All right. We'll check out the damage done at a home in Chester County. A tree came down at this home in West Township. We talk with the people at the scene. They say no one was hurt, and now they have a big cleanup ahead of them. And take a look at City Ave at the Philadelphia Lower Marion line. We first showed you this tree down blocking traffic as breaking news at 6 o'clock. NBC 10's Brian Sheehan is live in Lower Marion Township now with more. Brian.
Yeah, Fred, well, the rain has started again, and so has the lightning, so that is why we are inside of our truck. But if you know anyone who is traveling near City Line Avenue right now, you might want to get them on the phone between Lancaster and Haverford Avenues. I suggest you get them on the phone and tell them to stay away from here. This is what it's looked like for at least the last hour and change. A large tree is down on City Line Avenue. Everyone is in traffic, including emergency vehicles. Take a look at this. An ambulance with its lights on came across the downed tree. It was the second one we saw in just a matter of minutes. The reason why traffic is getting by right now is because people who were blocked actually got out of their vehicles and started pulling large branches off the tree and throwing it on the side of the road so that those vehicles can get through. We know first responders have their hands full tonight. Several areas look like this. I'm sure local police are doing what they can to get here to direct traffic. We have seen people actually get out of their cars and they're alternating on one side of the tree or another. People are getting out and blocking one side so that the other side can get through. So there are several downed trees in our area. It's going to look like this all night long. So if you're traveling, you have to be out on the roads. I suggest you use caution, drive slower than normal. That's what's happening here in Lower Merion. I'm Brian Sheehan, NBC 10 News. Fred, we'll send it back to you.
Okay, Brian. And let's take a live look at 30th Street Station. The weather has been a pain for riders today. Several SEPTA regional rail lines are suspended, including the Norristown, Doylestown, Fox Chase, Thorndale, and Warminster lines. Other lines also seeing delays up to 30 minutes. So if you are riding SEPTA Regional Rail tonight, make sure you check with SEPTA for train times. NBC 10 meteorologist Justin Godnick is in New Jersey. He joins us live in Storm Ranger 10 tonight. Justin, what are you seeing as the storm has crossed over the river?
We have seen some tremendous wind gusts throughout the day here from the what's called outflow boundaries. That's when the storm is off to your west in our case, but it produces a strong gusty wind. So we've seen gusts probably 50 to 60 miles per hour. We're in the Storm Ranger 10 mobile Doppler truck, and we were shaking back and forth for a little bit here as one of those cells came through. We have the Storm Ranger 10. This is a Doppler on wheels, and we have put it to full use today to give you a neighborhood look at how the rain is affecting you and how the storms are affecting you. So I want to take us now along Route 55, where a lot of rain has fallen in a short amount of time. There could be some flooding in some of these areas just based on the radar returns. We'll take you into Pittman here along West Holly Avenue, and we'll continue a little farther towards the north as we get to where 55 meets up with 42 and the AC Expressway. And yeah, still a decent swath of rain coming down. None of this is severe at this point, but here's the thing. Still some gusty winds to around 30 miles an hour. You have saturated soil and some trees that were already pushed to the brink by some of these gusty winds. It's possible we see one or two more trees coming down. There's Belmar, there's 295, you have 76 here, and as we work along 295, still a moderate area of rain coming down. National Park, there's Gloucester City, and right to Haddon Heights, Haddonfield itself, we have decent rainfall coming down. The severe threat beginning to wind down now, pushing off the Atlantic into the Atlantic Ocean, and really the biggest issue was the straight line winds. We saw that coming, top gusts of 70 miles an hour, the one tornado warning with the confirmed tornado. It was really a rough afternoon and evening, and now the last of this is beginning to push away, so there is some good news there. I just want to zoom out a little bit farther here real quick and just give you an overall idea of what's going on from our Storm Ranger 10 vehicle. Now remember, this is able to actually do all the things that a big radar site can do, but we're in a truck, so we're scanning 60 miles out with an X-band radar, 60-mile radius, and you can see some of the heaviest of the rainfall still right around Camden, Cherry Hill here, Cinnaminson, right over towards Mount Laurel, Evesham, as we work our way from Camden County into parts of Burlington County. So we're getting that range all the way into northern parts of Burlington County. It looks like the rain cuts off right around Bordentown as we cross the river into Ben Salem. Still a decent amount of rain coming down. Again, these won't be severe, but they will be a nuisance for about the next 2 to 3 hours. Fred, let me get it back to you.
Okay, Justin, thank you. Country music fans running to safety at the Jersey Shore. The Barefoot Country Music Fest all alerted fans about lightning in the area. Organizers are asking anyone at the festival grounds to leave and seek shelter. This is the festival's 5th anniversary at the scenic beaches of Wildwood. It's unclear how this delay will impact the rest of today's lineup. The Rascal Flatts are set to headline tonight, one of the many acts organizers are excited about.
All of our artists have been great. We've had a great lineup every year. I mean, this year we're jam-packed with phenomenal artists. So it's been a great growth year for us as well this year, and we really appreciate all the people that have made BCMF their favorite country music fest.
Barefoot is asking attendees to keep an eye on their app and social media for the updates on the rest of today's show. And take a look at this time-lapse video of storms rolling across Fairmont. You can see the art museum for a moment before, there it goes, disappearing right there in the downpours. We have more on your forecast coming up in a few minutes. We'll see you then.